Well done, gents. Now, if you're looking to turn the delicious taste of Clover Elite Feta cheese into a scrumptious meal, we've got the crispy solution.
Clover cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares, adding joy and stretching our imagination. Elite quality, elite taste, elite texture.
Made with love by Clover.
Elite in every way, and here's a top tip. If you want to make it extra special, make it crispy. Make it the hero of any meal you choose to serve it with. We are going up, we are leveling up our midweek winner chicken dinner using the elite taste, elite quality, and elite texture of course, our beautiful Clover cheese. Chummy chums.
How does crispy feta and lemon chicken with rice sound?
That's crazy to me. How?
How?
The question that rings through my mind is, how do we crispify the feta?
This is what I'm here for. I'm here to answer all those questions.
Aye.
Right.
I've had crispy chicken before. I've even had slightly crispy rice before. Have I ever had crispy feta cheese?
Well, there's a first time for everything.
This is awesome.
But before we get to the crispy feta, we're going to start with the chicken because that takes a bit longer to cook.
Right.
So what I've done now is just added some of our ingredients into a pot. I've got some onions in here as well as some red pepper, or rather some bell peppers that are now just going to saute for a couple of minutes.
Beautiful.
And then let's actually just get the seasoning in there. I've got some salt, pepper.
And already we're starting to see one of the flavor profiles develop. It's slightly sweet. They're going to caramelize. We know that peppers and onion get a slightly sweet flavor profile.
Correct.
Right, so
you know it too well.
Oh, now the smokiness is going in.
Some of the smokiness comes from the lemon and herb spice, but also from our lemon juice that goes in there. So that's where the lemon flavor is going to come in. But before I go too far, I just want to make sure all these flavors mellow out together. So obviously, ideally, time on your hands, you want to make sure the onions sweat out and get translucent, and then red bell peppers also get slightly soft before adding the rest of the
Before introducing the chicken.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is, of course, you've got all of those flavors have now permeated the oil.
Exactly.
And it's going to now kind of absorb into those beautiful chicken pieces.
Correct. So all we do now is let this baby sit a little bit here while the flavors of those spices and the onion and the cumin that I added in there, as well as the lemon juice, just absorb into the chicken.
Rich.
And we want the flavor of that. Basically, I'm starting skin side down so it gets nice and brown.
Yeah, and you're going to get all the flavor from the fat of the chicken also rendering into that as well. Wow.
Exactly.
Okay, so layers on layers on
layers.
All right.
But
we haven't even started with the crispy feta on layer number 5. Come on.
But we also do need some other layers here. I need you to chop up some garlic for me and mix up the dressing. While you do that, your dressing just consists of some olive oil, some lemon juice, and some honey. You can mix that up for me while I show people this revolutionary dish that is called the crispy feta. And how we do that
so crazy.
We're using our Clover Elite Feta cheese right now, and I've just taken one of the discs. Before I put it into our corn flour to start frying, I'm putting in some paper towel just to remove some of that excess liquid.
The liquid.
We don't want the corn flour actually, we don't want the corn flour just coming off of the cheese.
Okay, I see what you mean.
From there we go and roll it up in a bit of corn flour. This is going to give it that nice crispy external layer. And then we can start frying.
Oh, that's so exciting. That's beautiful. Now, of course, yeah, this is the hero of the ingredients. You know you've got to be a good cheese if you're going to surpass the chicken in any dish. And the Clover Elite cheese, perfectly crafted, and that's due to a 5-step crafting process that brings you cheese that is superior in quality, in taste, and texture. We've proven it with every chef on the show. You can use any of your favorite Clover Elite Feta cheese flavors in this recipe. I like the idea of maybe a little bit of black pepper or some herb. Beautiful flavor that I think is going to balance out with the lemony chicken.
Exactly.
Perfectly.
And you know what another trick is? If you want to get some of that additional lemon feta flavor into this, and people might think I'm crazy for doing this.
How much feta do you need, lady?
I'm going to take some of the feta liquid, which is literally just water and a brine of sorts, and I'm going to add a little bit of that into my liquid because it helps also absorb the flavors of that into the chicken. Yeah, wabo. So let that cook down while I keep frying up my feta discs. Let's check on this baby to see. We want it nice and golden brown, so I'm going to let it cook down and make sure it's nice and hot.
The herbs, are they being chopped up as well?
Also being chopped, my guy. Thank you so much. While you do that, let me actually get some of that garlic over here and hoy it like a salt bay. into our dish because we also want to, that's another layer of flavor that we're talking about now. We've added some garlic, some onions, some cumin.
It's just got 3D now. It's just like extended into a whole other realm. I love that.
So ideally what we want now is once our feta has nicely browned, it's nice golden brown on the outside, the chicken is fully cooked as well, then you actually just mix this baby up. What we're then going to do is imagine the chicken is fully cooked. We've made sure that all of the elements are done. We now add every other step to this. The chicken has been cooked through. We then add our jasmine rice into this baby. Can you see how beautiful that dish is?
That's going to absorb all of the flavors as well. That's a 10th layer. 10th layer of flavor. Yo.
And if you want to, even as let's just say that the chicken is not cooked, this situation here can go into the oven and get cooked as is. You get a beautiful crispy rice that gives you almost like a paella situation where the rice gets crisped up and it absorbs all the flavor. And
there is something about the heat of an oven that just blends flavors differently. Adds a different flavor to chicken completely. I love that. So just very quickly going into our dressing here. Bit of honey,
some honey, some lemon juice, and some olive oil. Mix that all together. Once all of this is cooked, you just stir that into the mixture and enjoy.
And then we'll add our fresh herbs, and we are way to go. I love this. We've got some deep flavors, we've got some light flavors, we've got a pop and a zing of lemon, and we've got a beautiful fresh dressing to liven it up. 11 layers of flavor, all in one incredible dish. But it all starts with our amazing crispy feta, courtesy of the most elite cheese you will find. If you missed any of these steps, take a look.
Made with love by Clover.